Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Leonard, and I want to simply talk about something that is really up in the air. I, just like so many other people across the nation and state, we love college football, and I think it's only fitting since I don't know, we're fans, we're all fans, we have a voice, we have our opinions, but to state an honest and unbiased opinion on what's going to happen with the 2015-16 game previews for the playoffs. And so I will give such that. A lot of you guys know I am a Bama fan, but even then I will just be completely honest with all teams around. I watch almost every single game in terms for college football because I like that better than the NFL. It's just, I don't know, harder hits, I don't know. We all have our different likes and dislikes. Less penalties, I guess. But let's get into it, nonetheless. Number one, we have Clemson. They are 11-0. They've had a pretty tough schedule. Not even going to lie, with amazing wins. Notre Dame. It's just nail biter. That's probably their closest loss. My bad. And number two, Alabama. We all know the loss to Ole Miss. We've seen the game. Then at the nick of time, they almost pulled a comeback victory, but that's okay. They've grown a lot as a team in terms of hunger, in terms of the way they've been dominating both on defense and offense on the teams they face. Because the SEC is pretty good, just like the Pac-12. They've come back. The Big Ten conference has come back. There's just it's not more of just one section dominating. It's more of a teams are getting better, and that's just the result of how hard working the players are, and that is evident. Number three, you have Oklahoma. Everybody knows that the third and fourth spot is something that can be talked about. It can be theorized. There's 2 weeks left before the big showdown to even the playoffs happen, so I just want to give my thoughts on it. Oklahoma, they've had a big push over the TCU win. It was a pretty good game. They were dominating, not even gonna lie, for the first and second and third quarters of the game. They dominated. They showed just how physical they are on offense. They showed defensively they dominated. And then an injury happened, and with that so-and-so player being out, it was evident. But the committee didn't care about that. The win is a win over a top 25 team, and as well, was it 30-29, and as well, just you could tell that player was a big importance to their lineup and stuff. Number four, Iowa. This is a team that I see big reward and then again big fall. They're not a big, showy, classy team like Ohio State with a dominating running back, and they possess heart. In other words, I feel I see this team to get a spot. And everyone knows that the fourth and fifth spot, Michigan State and Iowa cannot both have a top spot. One of them has to fall. So I feel, and for you Notre Dame fans, for sixth, this is what I'm reading, just so I know the ranking in order so I can talk or whatnot. But anyways, my thoughts. It's going to be a good game against Iowa and Michigan State. Michigan State proved a big win, even though it was a small margin, but they still nonetheless won over Ohio State. Ohio State still being 10-1 with having a soft running. The last two games is going to be Ohio State's toughest, especially against number 10 Michigan, and I'm just curious of how they are going to do with that, with a loss over Michigan State, if they'll rise or fall. Baylor, the Pac-12 championship, it'll be interesting because just as Oklahoma jumped from being sixth and then moving up to the third spot, I think the same thing can happen. And this causes a threat for Notre Dame for being secured for the number 4 spot. The only way I see Notre Dame getting into the top 4 is if they dominate against Stanford. And let's hypothetically say that Baylor loses. Okay, so that again leaves Stanford going into the Pac-12 championship, most likely going to face Oklahoma. With that being said, the only way I feel Notre Dame is going to get into the 4th spot is if Oklahoma loses to Stanford, which a team Notre Dame would beat or would not beat. We don't know because we are not in the weekend yet. So I don't know. The game hasn't played yet. But either way, Iowa or Michigan State is for sure going to secure a spot into the top 3. I think they're going to be the top 3. And then, our top 4, but they're going to get 3rd, I feel. That moves our 4th. Iowa's sitting pretty at 4th. I feel that's a good spot. And so basically, I see this as a preview of how the playoff official tournament will start. I think Clemson will be number 1, or unless they change their mind to Alabama to be number 1. But still, I think it's fine the way it is. Being a Bama fan, regardless, just being in the top 4 is fine. Number 3, Oklahoma, or maybe a switch to Iowa being number 3, just because the caliber of team they're going to face for the championship. Other than the Pac-12, they're probably going to face Stanford or Baylor, which is number 7. Unless Baylor loses. Well, I mean, Oklahoma faces Baylor. Okay, shut up about facing. But basically, that's how I feel it's going to go down. If you liked my information, like, subscribe, and share. And as well, if you're just a college football fan, because I am no different than you. I don't know any more or any less, just on the fact that how they've been playing, how the teams have been going. 9 times out of 10, Alabama's going to face number 12, Florida, for the SEC championship. Notre Dame is Notre Dame, Independent, and Clemson most likely are going to win theirs too. So, yeah. Like, subscribe, and share, and just be the best you guys can be. I hope your teams do well this season, and if you happen to be in the top 4 at the end, I'm a Bama fan. Roll Tide. Good luck. I'll see you guys in the next video.